Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I hope it's Tuesday because I sent Arthur to school in PE kit and not uniform. Anyway, I have got so much to do today. I really regretting my decision to take a calm day yesterday and not do any dyeing and just cross stitch all afternoon, because now that we've had this offer accepted on the house, which is amazing, but I suddenly have to sort out my tax accounts, which are being a nightmare. And I also have to do everything else that I have to do normally. I didn't get yesterday's vlog edited, so I need to edit that this morning and get that up as well. And all of a sudden, it just feels like there's a lot to do. But oh well, my tax accounts are being a pain because this is the first year that I'm actually going to have to pay tax. Whereas for all of the rest of the years of my business, I've not earned enough money to pay tax. Whereas this year, or last year, because it's 2021, I had enough business growth and earned enough money through the business that I'm going to have to pay tax, which is fine. And I accept that and it's not a problem. But for some reason, the tax calculations on the government website and the tax office and all of that kind of stuff, they seem to be charging me 34% tax, which doesn't sound right. Yeah, so I'm going to be on the phone to the tax office later. I also still have about £1,500 worth of expenditures to find, which I can't find. I think they're probably hiding somewhere in PayPal. I've probably used my PayPal balance rather than my bank card to pay for them, and that's where they've got lost. But these things happen and I'll find them. It's not a problem. I've just had to download statements from here and statements from there and cross-matching. And so that's my job this morning. So much fun. The annoying thing is that this year I had thought to myself, I might get myself an accountant to do my accounts for 2021 because I thought I might have to pay tax, and I thought, well, it's going to be much easier if I can just give everything to an accountant and they can sort it out for me. But now, of course, I've got to do it in a big rush so that we can get the mortgage application in, which means that I've got to do it myself again. And I'm all right with maths, it doesn't bother me, and I know how to work an Excel file and stuff like that. So from that aspect, it's not too bad. But I just get very confused by kind of where everything is. Like, I had masses of expenditures completely missing and I couldn't work out what the issue was until I remembered that I have to pay fees when people use PayPal. So PayPal takes a fee out of every order that I get through my website, and because I'd taken all of my incoming stuff from my website details, from like the analytics and I don't know the words, but from the stuff on the website, that hadn't taken into account the PayPal fees that get taken out. So that was like £1.50 of money that I hadn't accounted for that's disappeared. And anyway, I'm going to stop rambling about taxes because it's the most boring thing in the world, isn't it? But yeah, I need to do that. And what else was I going to say? I can't remember now. I am going to dye some yarn today. I'm going to dye some Scrappy boxes. I got some new pans. I ordered them last week sometime and they arrived Friday or something, I think, or over the weekend. I can't remember. Anyway, but see, I've been talking for so long. My tea's ready now. Let me turn my buzzer off a second. I'm back. Yeah, I've been talking for so long that my tea is ready. So I'm going to try out the new pans. I'm going to dye some Scrappy boxes because I haven't dyed Scrappy boxes in absolutely ages. And basically a Scrappy box is 5 10-gram mini skeins, but they're all like one of a kind. So it's a real good opportunity for me to just play and experiment. And I thought I'm going to stick them in the new pans because I've got proper big catering pans, and have a play with a few different techniques in those pans. So that'll be quite fun. But yeah. Have I ever shown you the inside of the tea cupboard? I know I put you in it quite a lot to talk to you, but have I ever shown you what you're actually in? I don't think I have. It's not very exciting, but I'll show you. So this is the tea cupboard that you're often in. I usually prop you up just here. I call it a tea cupboard, but to be fair, we've got tea, coffee and hot chocolate in there. And then we've got mugs above, which is not very full because I have washing up to put away and washing up that I need to do, which is where most of the mugs are. But I have a basket here of Bird and Blend teas. Then we have a few tins. So this is the Bears Like Marmalade that I got earlier in the month. This tin just is, well, the tin is ancient, but I keep my tea in there. I tend to drink Earl Grey. Tom has his ground coffee. Then what have we got? That one's just, again, it's just another tin, but that one's got breakfast tea in. There's a few more coffee bits and pieces. I think that one might have chamomile tea in. I'm not sure. That one's Tom's. And then we have another basket back here, which has kind of all the tea bags that have arrived through swaps and hot chocolate sachets and all kinds of bits and pieces in there as well. So yeah, it is mostly a tea cupboard, but that is where you generally are when I tell you that you're in the tea cupboard. Good afternoon. It's raining. I've just picked Arthur up for lunch. So he is sat having his lunch at the moment. He watches a little bit of TV while he has his lunch. Yeah, it's not very nice weather. It's raining. That's better. I've spent the whole morning getting my tax stuff sorted. It's finally sorted. Bit of a shock to the system at the fact that I've now got to pay tax and national insurance, but at least I've submitted it now, so I've got until January to have to save the money or put the money aside to pay for it. So that's okay. But anyway, business growth is a good thing, even if it means I have to pay tax. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I spent the whole morning doing that. Uploaded the vlog and all of that kind of stuff, but I am just about to come and get things set up so that I can dye these Scrappy boxes this afternoon. And I thought I'd share my new pans. So I ordered some proper catering pans, like these ones with lids, big ones. I actually got really deep ones, as you can see, because I wasn't 100% sure what to order, to be completely honest. But I thought the deeper ones would be better because then I can still do like semi-solids and stuff in there, and I can do kind of immersion in there and still have plenty of space for it. They are massive compared to what I've been using. I usually dye in fish kettles like this. And I can get 3 skeins in a fish kettle, but it does affect the speckling coverage. But I'm hoping I'll be able to get much more in here, or less skeins but better speckle coverage. So it's going to be fun to give it a go. I'm going to try out the Scrappy boxes in these. I'm doing double my normal batch size for the Scrappy boxes because I normally do 10 batches. Well, not batches, but like 10 boxes. And I'm going to do 20 boxes because I just need to start increasing. As my business grows, I need to start increasing the amount that I can put in the shop. But hopefully these pans will help me do that. So yeah, yay for big catering pans. I'm excited to get some yarn in here and get it warming up.
I am in so much chaos. I am attempting to pack the Marvellous Minis Club for this month, in the dining room, because obviously Tom's working in the office, so I can't get up there. And because Arthur's got football tonight, although judging by the weather, he might not have football tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Because he's supposed to have football tonight, I'm not going to be able to do it this evening, and I really need to get them packed and get them out. But yeah, I am in chaos. There are boxes everywhere. There is yarn everywhere, and I am making a right mess. And I've got to pick the kids up in like 20 minutes. So that's fun. But the Scrappy boxes are coming along. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing, actually. I just kind of went into it and picked a couple of colours for the first one. So I just went into it with, I wanted to do something that started off with navy and pink. And I thought I'll just see what comes out. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. So now I've ended up kind of turning it into almost, I don't know if a fade is quite the right word, but like we've got one that's navy and pink. We've got one that's pink and purple. We've got one that's just kind of pinks. We've got one that's going to be blues and purples, and I'm going to do one that's going to be kind of blues to teals. So they should all go really nicely together in a Scrappy box, which should be really fun. Typically, I've not written down the instructions at all, because that's the point of the Scrappy boxes, is that they're non-repeatable and I just get to have fun and I don't have to write down recipes. But yeah, there's going to be 20 of them, so that's not too bad. And I think they're going to be really fun and really pretty and really colourful, and it's cheered me up somehow. I've forgotten how much I enjoy dyeing the Scrappy boxes. I really enjoy the pressure-free thing of just getting to have fun in the dye pots and not having to worry about making it repeatable and not having to worry about fitting a theme and all of that kind of thing, and literally just being able to do what I fancy and be creative with the colours. Normally I don't even worry particularly if the colours go together. It's just a purely Scrappy box. But yeah, it's been really good fun. So I look forward to showing them properly once they're dried and finished. So I'll probably, if I get my act together and finish them off this afternoon and actually get them hung up to dry, I'll probably be able to share them with you before the April vlogs finish, which would be nice. Right, I need to carry on with this chaos. Do you want to see? Good evening. It's about 6 o'clock and Arthur has gone to football and Jasper is just watching a little bit of TV, and I thought I could grab 5 minutes to come up and do book of the day and also share a couple of things that arrived in the post today. So I'm going to start with what arrived in the post. So I ordered, can you see it? I ordered from the Perth Festival of Yarn marketplace over the weekend this fantastic exclusive bag made by Joe of So Can Joe, and isn't it stunning? It's got the Perth Festival of Yarn fabric, gorgeous hot pink at the bottom and as an accent at the top. It is massive. I could practically fit one of my children in here. And it has got pockets in there as well. And this is going to be a blanket bag. I am going to use this, I think, to put my hexagon blanket in, because that's outgrowing the blanket bag, outgrowing the bag that it's in at the moment. And I think this would be a really good bag for it. So I'm so excited for this. I'm not sure whether they're still available or whether more will be available in the future. I think it was just exclusive for this weekend. But if Eva's got some in stock, they might still be on the website. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but it's worth having a look. If you're interested, head over to the website and see if there's details there, but I'm honestly not sure. And then the other thing that was also in that package from Eva is a podcast prize, and this is for the book along, and this is a gorgeous skein of die candy, and this was the Perth Festival of Yarn 2020 exclusive colourway, and the colourway is Sputnik Sweetheart. It's trying to get away from me. And isn't it stunning? Look at those speckles. It's so, so pretty. So Eva has very kindly donated this as a prize. And I don't think this is available anymore because this was the exclusive colourway for the festival. So yeah, that is going to go in the podcast prize box, ready for the end of the book along at the end of June. So make sure you get your projects in. And then book of the day was the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. And I've chosen kind of a series of books really, but mostly I've only read the first two, and I think it's a current series, so I think there are more books to come, but they haven't been released yet. Does that make sense? I'm sure you know what I mean. But it's one I don't have a physical copy of, and actually I listened to these two books on Audible. So I didn't even read them physically. So I guess it's kind of cheating, but in my mind, it still counts. And the books that I've chosen, which I will pop a picture up so you can see what I'm talking about, is Eve of Man, which is a book written by both Tom and Giovanna Fletcher. And I really enjoyed this. So the basic concept is that it's a dystopian future as such, where girls haven't been born for 50 years, and you follow the story of Eve, who was the last girl born, the last girl to have been born within the last 15 years, and we kind of pick up the story as she turns 16. She has lived her entire life locked in a tower, and being looked after by a group of women known as the Mothers. She was taken away from her family, and she was kept safe in this tower because she is the key to the future of the human race. And as she turns 16, 3 suitors have been found for her, to pick one of them to marry and basically start repopulating the world because no babies have been born. But then she meets Bram, and things change, and she's swayed away from this kind of plan that's been in place for all her life, and it kind of follows the story of what happened. And it's a really interesting world. I really enjoyed the world and kind of the richness of the world that they created, and the tower, and kind of the way that technology had been integrated and used, and also the way we went back and saw like the ruins of the past, and things that actually felt quite familiar but had been changed. So yeah, a really good fun book. And the second book is also out, which is called The Eve Illusion, and that follows on the story. And I haven't looked, actually. I must have a look and see whether the third one is in progress or whether it's been released. But they were really good, fun, enjoyable books. So they're going to be the book of the day today. Right, I now need to go and get Jasper ready for bed. Go and get a few bits and pieces sorted out. I also need to go and spin my yarn because I've left that in the garage. So I need to go and do that and then hang it up to dry as well. But I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you again very much for tuning in and listening to me ramble at you for days on end. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.